What is happening, y'all? Welcome back at Kunad Gate. Let's see what our game plan is.
You're copying our powers, but only because we're letting you. Don't make me regret this, Karin.
Don't worry. I'll close the Kunad Gate.
Arahabaki is ready. Karin should be ready too.
We're gonna connect through the SAS to help you while operating the link with Arahabaki.
Kasane, Yuito, we got this.
We'll be supporting the two of you through the SAS as well. Let's all make this a success.
This is going to tax all of you, but we need your help. I just know everything is going to work out.
We can do it. We've been able to come this far because we've worked together.
I've finished connecting Arahabaki.
All right, let's start.
Opening SAS connection to Arahabaki.
Everybody about to be real upset.
Wow!
So this is Arahabaki's...
Damn it! So much power!
Feels like I'm going to black out. The extinction belt. It's still not moving.
I have to find a way to control this power!
Just focus on the extinction belt. Give it your all. I'll take care of controlling Arahabaki. I've been connected to it for 2,000 years now.
All right then, do it!
Karin! We trust you.
If you want to save this world, then show me the strength of your resolve.
He's getting like every single one of them.
Kasane!
Yuito!
All right! We've got movement! The extinction belt is getting sucked into the Kunad Gate like we planned.
Oh wow. The extinction belt is fading away.
We did it. Thank you, Karin.
The extinction belt's no longer a threat.
It's not going yet.
From here, we can go directly to the Kronos terminal.
Right.
Keep your focus on the red strings.
Now. Finally. The last one.
Hey!
Karin!
I can't give up. Not after all these years. I'll go to the past and find a timeline where Alice lives.
No! You can't!
Hold on!
I told you to show me the strength of your resolve. This time, I won't claim Yakumo's life. The final entanglement will be eliminated.
Karin, but that...
You're going to sacrifice your own life.
This is it. One last jump through time.
No, don't do this!
Karen! Karen,
So he's gonna go back but not become Yakumo this time. He's just gonna leave Yakumo alive and try to find a time that Alice is alive.
This is... the red strings. But how?
Alice. I'm sorry, Fubuki. Take care of her for me.
What the hell is happening? This is some Evangelion tier shit right now. Like, why is the planet sprouting red lotuses made of the red strings?
Where did he... What just happened?
Look! The Kunad Gate!
Beautiful.
Does that mean... we... pulled it off?
The Kunad Gate no longer seems to exist. Karen.
Yeah.
That flood of red we saw everywhere. That was the red strings, wasn't it? Which means...
By traveling into the past, I wonder if we... changed the world for the better.
More than just the Kunad Gate closing, you mean?
Oh! Sorry about zoning out there, guys. Not used to the sky being pretty. Good to go, Haruka?
I've been good to go for a while. Hurry up, Wataru.
We saved the world, didn't we?
We didn't just prevent the future apocalypse. We eliminated the extinction belt, too. Thanks to Karen. We won.
Yeah. He made a new future.
Still face slammed your asses one last time. Grab him by the forehead. It was all about that forehead slam.
It's beautiful. I wish you could see it.
And we have the credit roll, which I need to... I'm not getting hit with copyright over that song again. But I'll do a proper review in a second here.
Okay, so this is what we could find out. We'll need to do a more thorough investigation, but most of it coincides with the history we know.
But there's...
Major General Fubuki, we've received several reports from all areas that the extinction belt has dissipated. And the Kunad Gate suddenly disappeared. What in the world happened here?
I'll send a detailed report later. First, we need to contact the New Himuka government.
Fubuki!
Alice is alive?
You're here too?
But Karen isn't?
Alice?
What? Why are you so startled? Oh, you're with them too, Hanabi?
What?
Alice. It's you. Wait. If you're here, then what about... Then... what about Karen?
Karen? Huh? I don't know him.
Did Karen erase his own existence? 3 months from now.
I was thinking of going to Kunat Highway tomorrow since it's ready. I'd be happy if you'd all join me.
There was another thing that said my first and last letter. And what does the OSF even do now with the others gone?
Oh, Yuito!
Sorry, am I late? Major General Fubuki isn't here yet.
Well, let's hang out until everyone gets here. The weather's nice enough.
Satori the Archivist. I heard where to archive memories, so I never thought about their contents will be the same going forward. I archive all the history that you built. When the day comes, we look back on time. No, that's enough. History will continue on. I'm sure the archive won't end just yet. So I said I'll talk to everybody here. Well, anyway, this seems like a good time to kind of do the review. So, Scarlet Nexus. Whew, man. Well, first off, I will say I did enjoy the game, but there are a couple of caveats to that. From a design perspective, I think it's interesting that you basically have 2 playthroughs that you could do. And like if we were to do Kasane's playthrough, I'd imagine like the first 2 phases are probably the same, the last 2 are probably the same, but everything in between is probably different, which that's a really cool concept. You know, like if you think about how we redid so much story in Nier Automata, it's cool that we can do something like that and re-experience the story from a different perspective. And how, like, I mean, there were things Kasane was talking about, like others attacking and others helping them, and we didn't get to see any of that. So I am kind of curious to see how that all plays out. But with that in mind, I think them taking that approach made the actual story kind of a shit show. Like I mean, I don't think I'm the only one here that for about half of this playthrough, it was just peak confusion. I was like, what the fuck is going on? None of this makes sense. Why is she trying to kill me? You know, why are they murdering my dad? It was all over the place. Speaking of the dad death, oh my god, dude. Like the story, the story itself, the overarching story, putting aside my distaste for time travel shenanigans, the actual idea wasn't that bad, but I think they kind of ruined it almost just with how much bonding they shoved in. Like, perfect example, the bonding with Kagero. Kagero literally murders your dad, and your character's like, I need to know, did you murder him? And he's like, yeah, but let's not talk about that. Are there any girls you like? Like, what the who wrote this? Not only who wrote this, who approved it. Somebody had to actually code those lines into the game. Like, there were way too many people that went past, and not one of them was like, y'all, this is fucking cringe. We should not do this. That is baffling to me. And especially given that it's an action RPG. Honestly, the little side bonding missions were not needed. Not needed whatsoever. I mean, honestly, I don't think any of them really added anything at all to the story. There were a couple neat little quips here and there, like learning that what's her face was spying on your mom, and that's why she has this motherly thing, because she grew up watching you. But beyond that, most of them, I mean, I guess the Lucas stuff, you learn that he's a dud, but you learn that through the story anyway. You know, none of it really tied into the story, and at times it was inappropriate and took away from the story. Especially giving the action RPG focus. That's something, if this was a JRPG and it was, you know, spending time embodying with your teammates, whatever, I expect it. That isn't how they sold this game initially. It's like the game couldn't decide if, oh, hey, we're an anime game, we better shove in a lot of, you know, JRPG character building stuff. It's like they felt compelled they had to do it, even though it didn't really fit. Raising your bond by actively having those people in your party or using their SAS frequently would have been a much more compelling gameplay mechanic where you're actually rewarded for using the stuff that you like using the most. In terms of character design, though, I think they did a really good job. All the characters are very distinct. They all had, you know, various personality quirks and whatnot. Like, it didn't feel like anyone, well, except for Wataru and his sister. They're you know, just kind of like the gender bent twins, if you will. You know, one's the boy, one's the girl, and they're basically identical, except damn, she got some thick ass thighs. Anyway, so character design, I think they did a good job with. Music, I think they did a pretty good job. I wouldn't say it was like the best music ever, but the music for the most part in combat was pretty cool. The boss fights were pretty fun. The boss fights were pretty challenging for the most part. There were some cases where I felt like things went on a little bit longer than they had to, and I feel like the game kind of suffered from that in a couple areas. You know, like the whole Karen saga, going into the Sumeragi tomb. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes, so it's like 3 hours just going into the Sumeragi tomb, and like a lot of it wasn't even boss fight. It was just traversing through areas and fighting others. Which, on that note, I think that was another point where the game kind of suffered. The actual enemy diversity at the start, it felt really good, but by, I'd say, phase 8 or phase 9, you'd seen all the enemy types. There really wasn't anything new outside of the circus boss and the Karen boss, the other Karen, if you will, and it started to get a little dull because, you know, instead of like figuring out how to fight stuff, it started to feel like you were just going through the motions. Like, oh, here's the explodey guys, sclerokinesis. Oh, here's the things that like to drop the cage around their legs, teleport. And just, oh, here's the you know, here's the thing that likes to do the water spray, teleport and hit. You know, you were just, it felt like I was like playing a 4D style game of rock, paper, scissors, where I was just matching up what I needed to kill something and moving on, and I didn't really have to think about it. So I think they definitely could have done a better job with the various enemy variety there to help offset that. I think that would have helped, you know, kind of the desire to continue playing, if you will. But all in all, I do think that it wasn't bad to play. Combat in particular, especially as you upgrade it, you know, going up this tree, we built up to where we had 5 consecutive weapon attacks. We built up to where we were able to do like slams on knockdown enemies and aerial combos. And where was our follow-up throws? These are follow-up throws over here. Plug-in capacity, concurrence, SAS. I don't remember where our follow-up throws were. Yeah, here we go. The follow-up psychokinesis attacks. So there was a lot of stuff that was actually like really cool, you know, as you played the game. Things kept building and building and building. With new systems to work on, and then, you know, hey, then we unlock brain drive, and that's, you know, no, it's just kind of a cool buff. Everything goes a little bit faster, and then we unlock brain field, where we can upgrade that and smash stuff. So I think from a combat perspective, there was a lot going on that was introduced to us that kept the combat fresh as we played. To kind of bring things to a close, though, because there's still dialogue I got to go through, I think I would put this at like an 8 out of 10. This is by no means a perfect game, but it's not a bad game. It's just like, it's right there. Like, it's a fun game to play for what it is. I think ultimately the amount of powers and being able to combine those powers is what kept me interested through the end. But there were a couple of points that the story definitely did feel like it dragged on. So yeah, 8 out of 10. With all that being said, let's start talking, everybody, I guess.
These cherry blossoms are, even though I'd be lying if I said.
Anyway, I'm fine right now. I can still. You're always worried about.
Wait, do we have to, do we have to go through, is this like a bonding dialogue with every single person?
A world, what my brother did, but I think I don't agree with him.
It is, bro.
By the way.
Like, I don't need this much dialogue. I don't need, like, this game, like, you know, the anime trope of, like, the bonds of our friendship is our strength. This game took that shit literally and was like, we are going to give you so much bond power.
Major General by the way.
Oh god. Yes, I'm good. We oh thank god there's a skip. Oh
Sorry
man.
for keeping everyone waiting.
When's the last time everyone got together like this? I'm glad to see nobody's changed.
It hasn't been that long. I've been so busy I actually lost track of time. Man, I need a break.
That makes sense since you've had to deal with the media every day. Seriously, good work.
It appears there hasn't been much change with the others in this area.
While new others haven't appeared since the extinction belt dissipated, it's not like the ones already here just suddenly went away.
Yeah, looks like I won't be retiring anytime soon.
That's right. We need to keep protecting everyone.
I heard they're going to change the other reports to a system that tracks them on the surface.
It looks like things are going to start changing around here, little by little.
All right, let's do what we came here to do. That should do it. I want to thank everyone for coming today to honor him.
So we're the only ones who remember Karen.
The world changed, but we weren't affected by it.
Erasing his own existence like that? I never would have thought he had it in him.
Maybe it was the price to change the world the way he desired. Although I'm sure he doesn't look at it as paying a price. Why do you have to go off and make me an only child?
He will exist as long as we remember him. We know that he was here in this world.
Yes.
Well, are you guys ready to head home?
I wouldn't mind taking out a few others around here on our way out.
Wait, there's still others?
Such the diligent soldier. Who in their right mind asks to do more work?
But the extinction belt is gone.
How are your powers?
There haven't been any big changes so far. I'll stay in the OSF a little while longer, then retire once everything calms down a bit.
And after that?
Well, I've got a lot on my mind in terms of what I want to do. It might sound conceited, but I want to change the world so duds like me have a place in it. I'd also like to face what my father and brother have done. I'm a member of the Sumeragi family, after all. And there's the other particles as well.
Other particles? The extinction belt is gone.
Yeah, but it's originally from space, right? It could appear again someday, since we didn't get it at the source. That's why I think we should study the other particles more closely, so we can eventually prevent, or even cure metamorphosis.
I had no idea you had so much on your mind. Does that mean you're going to get involved in politics?
Sounds that way, huh? Although, I'm not really cut out to be a politician.
Really? From what I've seen of you lately, I bet you'd be good at it.
What, really? I don't know if it'll suit me, but I'm thinking about going to college. I want to study politics, and not because of who my dad was. I want to change New Himuka. You've made your decision too, haven't you?
Yes. I've decided to go. There.
To the moon.
to the moon. We'll be pretty far away from each other. But at least I can always look up at night.
Every one of us is born alone. But even though we're alone, we can connect with each other. Where we are doesn't really matter.
Kasane, I'll keep living, no matter what.
Guess it's supposed to be like a red thread of fate at the very end there. But that will be a wrap. So, 42 episodes in total, which comes out to about 21 hours for Yuito's story. I know this says 40 hours, but I left it running a lot. I would like just leave the game on and go do stuff. Phantom Art, Phoenix, and Moth can be exchanged for items. Q. EX new game. Additional playthroughs. EX new game will be available. You can start the main game maintaining your level and items. We start from the hideout. More quest givers in each area and special quests. So even more content. But either way, we're going to wrap this one up. As for Kasane's journey, that is probably something that I'm going to do on stream if I decide to do it. Not going to jump right into it immediately. I think I need a minute. It's been a lot. But anyway, we are wrapping up here. This has been fun. Thanks for sticking with me all the way through to the end. And I will catch you all next time with something brand new.